everybody, this is Bob Iacchino along with Mike Arnold, April 4th PM edition of our Path Chats. We are the founders of Path Trading Partners, and this is your afternoon Path Chat for April 4th, covering the futures markets. A couple of quick news items before I just let Mike talk about just a couple of markets that moved. He's going to talk about crude and copper. Jeffrey Lacker, Richmond Fed President Jeffrey Lacker, admitted that he was the cause of a leak a few years back of a Medley report, which caused some early market movement. A Fed president rather, actually leaked a report. And of course, he's going to face no charges because nobody ever faces any charges. In crude oil, couple of things. The API, American Petroleum Institute, came out, and we saw our first big draw of crude oil stockpiles. And again, this is the API report. The Energy Information Administration, the U.S. government's report, will come out tomorrow. But we saw our first crude draw, 1.834 million barrel draw on crude. Another multi-million barrel draw of gasoline, minus 2.558 million barrels of gasoline. Distillates also a draw. So we're seeing, at least in the API numbers, some of the crude draws to make up for 3 weeks in a row of multi-million barrel gasoline draws. We also had an outage in the North Sea outside the United Kingdom, the Buzzard field, which produces about 180,000 barrels per day. It's the largest contributing field for the UK in the North Sea, and work has been temporarily halted while some repair work is carried out at an offshore processing terminal. So that also took a little bit of supply away. As you can see on the chart, crude oil is above $51. I'm going to turn it over to Mike, again, just to touch on crude oil and a little bit of copper for you. Mike, it's all yours.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bob. So strong rally in crude today, as Bob talked about, ran up to our 51.25 GAN level, just slightly above that. We have this overhead trend line. Just wanted to point this out for you guys tonight. If we break through this trend line tomorrow, watch for a 51.65 price level, then 52.10 on a stronger move, and on a really strong move, 52.50. If we do not get through this or cannot stay above this trend line, watching for a pullback back to the prior area it broke out from, the 50.85, then on a larger pullback, 50.41, and then we run into kissing the prior trend line goodbye and a rising rotation zone, so 50.26 area. Quickly over to copper. Copper went down, tested our rising trend line today, which you can see here, and rallied up. This is now a very critical point. If we do get a close or a sustained move below today's low, which is 259.4, then watch for the 258.99, then all the way down to the 257.72. Then we have this area of prior tails that are left behind right around 256.65 and 255.85. If it does rally back up, next major resistance level is 263.57, followed by a slightly declining rotation zone, and then we'd have 264.20 and 264.62. Those are your key levels in copper. That's all we have for you this evening. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Mike. Also of interest, we don't cover this on a daily basis, but natural gas was up 5% today. The U.S. natural gas production is not keeping up with the demand for natural gas, as you see coal plants, coal-generated electric power, coal plants closing, nuclear plants closing, and a couple of outages in those as well. So the demand for natural gas to power electrical power plants has kind of gone through the roof, and the supply of natural gas has shrunk dramatically. It's actually undersupplied by about 1.6 billion cubic feet a day in terms of natural gas. Again, we don't cover it, but interesting part since we do cover energy futures. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you guys in the next Path Chat.